everyone, welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint, and this is a long awaited in the driver's seat. It has been some heck of a time from last year. I haven't done an in the driver's seat in months. I just feel there's been a lot of stuff happening, but I really can't be bothered getting into it because it's annoying for me to dig it all up again. Things have started to pick up. One of my friends sent me a text message yesterday with a link for a Gumtree advert, and it was a unit nearby that was at the perfect price. Well, slightly more than what I would be willing to pay, but I would just go for it given the situation I'm in. I messaged the person on Gumtree and I just decided I was dropping the wee lassie off at gymnastics, so I thought I would swing by that unit. Lo and behold, the workshop was open a little bit, so I decided to stop by and go and ask if the person that was in was the person that had the place advertised. But to my annoyance, there was actually another two folk already in looking at the place, and I think with them seeing me interested in it, they decided, right, we're taking it. So I've basically lost out on an absolute cracking unit because I decided that, see, the day before, that advert was put up the day before, and that is probably the only day in a long time that I have not looked on Gumtree for unit workshops. I believe if I had have been on the ball straight away, whenever I seen that, I would have got there first. So I feel so disappointed because I just really want to get my garage business back on track. Mobile mechanicing just isn't cutting it for me. You know, 41 years of age, and I'm absolutely exhausted. You know, coming home at night, my kids just want to play, and I can't play with them because I'm absolutely exhausted. Like, don't get me wrong, I do get up and run about with them and that, but my body's just not cut out for mobile mechanicing now. You know, we've had really weird weather. Winter has been quite bad, and now, you know, we're just getting grey skies and raining most of the time, and it's just so annoying. And I think I've got the cold coming as well, so it's one thing after another. Now, the guy that had the unit advertised, he actually allowed me to go and look at it anyway. He says just in case it falls through or whatever, which I thought was really nice of him. But I got in discussions with the people that were taking it, and they've actually got a unit, like, it's probably about 15 miles away from here, and they were saying, look, if you're interested in that one, we'll be leaving that one to go to this one, which I thought was quite nice of them. But it turns out the guy that will be taking it, he's just a mechanic on his own, so it's quite a big building. Like, I know I was going to take it on, but at the end of the day, you can only pee with the doodah you've got, and that unit was at the right price. So I've suggested, and it was only a suggestion, if he was interested in halving the rent and we get up some kind of contract or whatever, just so that we'll have the peace of mind that nobody's going to mess anybody over, and at least we're both going to pay the rent at the same time, and, you know, looking at it from that angle. And at the end of the day, the worst they could say is no. But I sent him a wee text this morning, and I'm hoping that I get even a reply just to tell me yes or no. But I'm just really hoping they'll consider it. I've plenty of garage equipment. That fella has plenty of garage equipment, and that unit has so much potential. It's unreal. Fair enough, it doesn't have any yard space, but at the end of the day, there's other alternatives, because I still have the yard space up the road as well, so we could use that as an overspill maybe. I don't know. I can't do nothing without his consideration, really. It's just disappointing that I wasn't there first, but at the same time, if he does consider it, I believe it would be an absolute cracking location. And I've seen it in the past. Like, fair enough, initially I wasn't wanting to unit share because it's finding somebody to trust, because you've got a lot of stuff there, and, you know, you're trusting that nobody's going to be helping themselves and whatever. But that guy's established. He's a mature fella, and I think he seems alright. He seems quite a decent fella. So I'm hoping he replies back to my text message. Sent him a wee text this morning, just to see if he would consider if he would consider it, and I'm just going to play it by ear now. But it's absolutely lashing down, and yet again, this is the second day in a row that I've been rained off. I had managed to get some stuff done yesterday that didn't involve out in the absolute pissing rain. I got a couple of MOTs, and then I had to go look at a vehicle, diagnose it, by that stage the rain had stopped. But at the end of the day, the bad weather, and my motivation is just training with this bad weather. I'm really got to get a unit, and everything I've been getting offered at the right price is too far away. But yet when something comes up on my own doorstep at the right price, I wasn't on Gumtree that day, and I believe that has really annoyed me, because I had been inquiring about that building a few months ago, and nobody had mentioned that it would be up for sale. It just says, oh, painters in there that comes in at night time and paints and whatever. But if you ain't fast, you're last, eh? Just got to carry on regardless. As regards to my projects, the Audi TT is nearly ready for its MOT. I haven't really had a chance to get near it because I've been quite busy. But I got all the underside all power washed because the back subframe was crusty. Thankfully it wasn't wholly, but it was quite crusty. I got the calipers put on the back. One of the front ones was seized up, but I managed to free it up. But it still seemed to be sticking a wee bit. So I'm in two minds what to do, whether just to get another caliper and fling it on, or persevere with it, you know, and see if it fails the brake test, you know, because at the moment I've got too many projects and I'm ploughing money into each and every one of them. Oh, the RX-8, I need to get a head unit for that because the hazard lights are not working. Hazard lights and the heating controls are all on the multimedia system. It's all combined, it's all combined together, so if the fascia messes up, nothing's going to work. So I need to get a head unit for it, and I'm not sure, in fact I think I actually bought a head unit for that. Just need to double check here. Oh, I'm losing the plot. Ah yes, I bought like a carbon fibre effect one with a green ring on it, but I'm going to change the colour of the ring because lime green is disgusting. And then to make matters worse, the red Cavalier, its MOT is next month. I think it's like the 14th to the 15th, I can't actually remember, but it's needing an exhaust. Now I can get the downpipe, I can get the black box, but the sender section is obsolete now. It's extinct basically, and nowhere does them brand new, unfortunately. So I think what I'll need to do is assess it whenever I'm putting the new exhaust components on, just in case I can salvage the centre section enough to get it through an MOT, and obviously get it ready for this year's show season. Just get the vehicle out and get some enjoyment, you know, or we're going to get it somewhere, because this weather is absolutely tragic. But I'm hoping that there's some good weather that I can get the roof down and I can take the kids out and enjoy themselves as well. As long as they're enjoying themselves, that's all that matters to me. Also a Luton Transit that needs wheel threads because the threads had sheared off, so I could badly damage at the back of it. Oh, there's loads. I ended up buying a transit tipper. You've probably noticed in a couple of the short videos. I think it's going to need an engine, but I really don't want to start messing about. It's a 63 plate. There's good money in them, but to be honest, can it be arse with the ball ache? Trying to fit it in round customers, and like I've got too many vehicles, and car addiction is not funny. It really isn't. You know, I think at the moment I've got about 19 vehicles in total, and something's got to give. I've really got to start clearing up. And obviously, the majority of them are actually vehicles that we use, so. But the rest of them are projects, things that I've bought with good intentions. Like I've even got a camber conversion project as well that never got finished, and got an old E55 Mercedes that you've seen in previous videos, and I've got a recovery project. I've got another Luton, a wee Peugeot minibus that I got royally ripped off from Copart. Absolute fools. But aye, that's just to name a handful. Yeah, when's this bad weather going to end? It just feels grey skies all over the place, and we need some blue skies, we need some happiness, because the bad weather just brings you right down. Part of me's wanting to continue mechanicking, get in the garage and whatever, but part of me's wanting just to give it all up and just go and get a job, like driving or something. You know, talk about being stuck in a rut. Like, who would have said that losing your garage could turn everything upside down? So my message to you is, stop taking life for granted, because you do not know what's round the next corner. Anything can happen. If you take your life for granted and you expect too much, that's when you feel let down. Yes, I felt let down losing the garage, but it wasn't as bad as what it would have been if I had been expecting too much and taking things for granted. I was able to take it better. I just thought I would let you know how up the shit creek round a panel I am right now, trying to find somewhere. You know, it's tedious and I feel absolutely exhausted that this happened, but you can't control the card that you're dealt. I can see this here video going to a rather grim place, but you guys take care and I'll catch you in the next video. 10-10 over now.